Hello, can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Y'all know Mother and her malfunction funny. My damn intro ain't come on, nothing. Just bam, I'm here. Lord help us all. Ugh, my goodness. What is going on, everybody? Everybody. I hope everybody is having an amazing Saturday. It is fight night, y'all. We're going to get into that for sure. We got some news we got to get through. We got some upcoming fights. I want to review that whatever that mess was that my eyesight hurt to watch last night on Paramount. We definitely gonna get into that too. So don't you worry. But first and foremost, smash the like button. I don't know what in the hell happened to Mother's intro. Y'all know I like to get jiggy with it before I come up on here, honey. Going up in the comments and see who all in the building. Get some people up here that can talk because y'all know I hate to keep my damn self. I said words of power. Hi, I'm a music. Hey, cutie patootie, how you doing? Oh, thank you. I have no idea who BTU is. Well, anyway, how you doing, honey? And welcome. And hey, honey, how you doing? All things, my boy. Hey, but you know what? Stay right there because I don't know what is going on with your stuff, honey. They got you out here naked. Ain't got you for nothing. That mother get you together. You should be good now. Just in case I need security later, because I got a sneaky suspicion these things will come running up over here trying to bite us. Anyway, whew. Oh, thank you. I don't even know what that is, but thank you, honey, for putting the one in the chat. No one else is listening. I appreciate you. David Lynch, what's up with you? DJ, my boy. Cam, my brother, what's up? Ramon, hey baby, how you doing? Yes, y'all. Yes, yes. If Miss Gillette had the securities in the building, I feel safer already, honey. Yes. Miss Joette, we have to keep an eye out, honey. I just feel like they're gonna come up and fight us tonight. So you got to make sure you and the rest of the security staff is securing the perimeter, okay? Don't let them come up in here trying to bite us. You know, some of the she might send some of the minions over here, honey. We ain't got time for that, honey. We gonna spend a quick minute on and then we're gonna get into some real boxing. We got that time to be spending on that thing all day. So we're gonna start with the news. Obviously, I gotta let y'all know what's going on in the sports of boxing. We're gonna get into a little bit of that Zuffa card. I don't know if y'all watched it last night. Mother suffered through it for all of us, so don't worry if you didn't. Okay, and then we're gonna talk about the fights that we got on tonight. I also want to address the young man who was 7 damn pounds overweight. We're gonna get into him a little later. But anywho, how y'all doing? Happy fight night. Slogan, my boy. Are you gonna behave today, Slogan? Chances of that are probably slim to none. I don't even know why the hell I asked that. Lordy, lordy, lordy. All right, y'all. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Let's go ahead on and get into this news, honey. Whew. So, first and foremost, who do I want to start with? Who's been getting on my damn nerves the most? Oh, we're gonna talk about this witness protection Negro first. Hold on, let me pull his mug shot up. Let's go ahead and pull him up here. What in the hell is going on? Hold on, y'all. Something is not right. I know I loaded all my stuff up in here early today. I was early. I didn't know that you could do this on here. They got different kind of brand things that they make you do backstage, chat. Mm. Well, hopefully it came on over. Let me see. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about what's that boy name? Dimitri Bivol. Okay. His fight is going to purse bid. Now, this is for his mandatory title defense against Michael Effort. The purse bid is set for February 3rd. Okay. Now he hasn't fought, if y'all remember, since February of last year when he beat Beterbiev. After which the WBC they immediately tried to order the Bivol versus Benavidez. Bivol, unfortunately, he waited until the day before the purse bid to drop his WBC belt. Oh, excuse me, I had something in my throat. The next mandatory in rotation was the IBF, right? But it got shelved for Bivol because he was granted a medical exception for his herniated disc. Now, he has to commit basically to this ordered fight, from what I understand, because he is out of exceptions and out of excuses, and he's out of options. So he will be participating in this fight, unless obviously he gets hurt during training camp or something like that happens. Obviously, but he'll have to go to this fight. So we'll let you know what after it goes to first bid. Y'all know, always let y'all know what's going on. But is it just me, or has all Eddie's fights been going to first bid lately? Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Lewis Crocker go to first bid too last night? And then Muratalla and the fight we get ready to watch tonight went to first bid. What is going on over there with Eddie Hearn down there at the zone? I mean, they double charging folks. They got enough money to put the fight on. Put the damn fight on, Eddie, and stop playing with us. Lord, help us all. No, this is on some Freaky Friday mess right here. Where is my stuff at? I don't know what is happening. Hold on, y'all. Somebody done came over here, honey. They done infiltrated. They done infiltrated the Carter. What is going on? Lord, let me get easy confusing. 1 second, y'all. My goodness. Let me see if that worked, y'all, to see if all my stuff came up now. Because I don't need my assets. Y'all know I like to tell y'all what's going on while we're looking at the people, honey, and talk. Dimitri did. So that's that. We will see what is going on with him and his situation once he arrives at the person. Now, with all of this going on, I forgot to we'll talk about that when we get into the upcoming fights. F.A. Ajak is set to make his first debut on Zuffa Boxing in February. Okay, February 14th, if I'm not mistaken. He is set to make his debut there. Now, I don't know what's going on with him. He was set to rematch. I think it was Frank Sanchez way back when. That never happened. They were first bid. He didn't like the amount being offered, so he didn't take the fight. All this other time. So now he's done resurfaced after we all seen him last year. I don't want to say he took a dive because I don't, I don't know what he got going on. But after that fight last year in Riyadh season, so now he will be back and he will be representing Zuffa Boxing. Yeah, so there's that. Is this boy? Oh, there go the Dimitri Revolt news right there. He getting ready to go to first bid. Let's see who else over here acting crazy, like they done lost it. I posted this on the community page. Obviously now we know that Alexander Usyk has decided to go over there with the people down at the Zuffa. Now, what's interesting to me is why. We'll get into all that. Currently, let me tell you who so far Zuffa has successfully signed. We know that they have Palin Wash because we watched that fight last night. They have Jose Valenzuela. They have Vito Monecki. I'm still trying to dig through that because I thought he was over there. I'm hearing that he didn't officially sign. So I got to see what's going on with that. FBI about to close out Sarah J. Butcher is over there. You know that job overtime is over there. He'll be fighting on the next card on Zuffa as well. And now we have Alexander Usyk. So things are looking a little strange. I guess these boys are out here weighing their options. And seeing I guess what Zuffa has to offer. Maybe they want to fight more. Maybe they want guaranteed purse. I'm not sure what is making them go over there, but it seems like they're all pretty much testing the waters and going over there. We're going to talk a little bit more about Zuffa in a minute, but I want to definitely make sure we get through the news, let y'all know what's happening, and then we can get into all that. Y'all let me know if y'all watched that card last night and what y'all thought of that card last night. Hey, Mr. Greg, how you doing? Yeah, they're recruiting. It looks like a lot of them anyway. So we're going to definitely get into a little bit more of that. We're going to definitely talk a little bit more about the what's going on over there at Zuffa. But we're going to also talk about what y'all thought about that card in general. I do have a couple of clips that I am going to play from their post press conference because I do want to make an announcement about something that was said at that conference that was 100% incorrect. And I just feel like, as journalists and sometimes as press, it is our responsibility to at least report the facts, even if you don't like who you're reporting the facts on. At least report the facts. You know what I'm saying? So, like, like a lot of people say, I'm hating, I'm doing all of this. Where's the lie? If you cannot point to the lie, I don't want to hear you cry. You understand what I'm talking about? So that, I just want to put that out there, and I'll let y'all know what I'm talking about when I give y'all when I play this video. Also, I know that we spoke recently about Oscar De La Hoya, and his split from DAZN, or what appears to be his split from DAZN. And that was one of the reasons that the lawsuit is taking place between him and Virgil Ortiz. So here's the thing, right? I personally feel like that's an excuse, for him, I guess. Well, he needs a platform, obviously. So I don't want to say it's an excuse, but in my personal opinion, they could have put that fight on DAZN as their last fight, or just as a platform, because Boots is with Eddie, so it's still going to be on DAZN either way. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was a little bit of a flimsy excuse. But I wanted to just do this real quick about Oscar. You see what happened when you talk about people? Wasn't he trying to big dog Xan Desires, talking about how Top Rank don't even got a platform to put on that fight? Now look at you, Oscar. Mm, mm, mm. Boy, I tell you, there are two type of people in this world: those who are humble and those who are about to be. So shame on you, Oscar, and we will get back to him, honey. I am watching this lawsuit like a hawk. You know I am. Now, moving right along. I saw something else that I thought was a little weird. Well, I posted this. Yeah, I saw this, right? But we could talk about this when we get into the upcoming fights. So, yes, Gary Antoine Russell is set to fight Hiroka February 21st card, which we know is the Ryan Garcia Barrios card in Las Vegas. So, there's that on that. Let me see what else I had. I had y'all Overtire. I told y'all he's making his Zuffa premiere on March 8th in Vegas. I couldn't find an opponent listed, but they do have that date locked in for him, and he will be the headline because he is the new face of Zuffa Boxing. Now, let me go ahead and play this clip, and then we're going to talk a little bit about these fights that took place last night, and what I thought about the card overall.
The fight of the night tonight, again, no shocker, was Sandoval and Rodriguez.
Can y'all hear it?
They won $50,000.
This is just absurd. Everything is losing its damn mind. Did this one come about? I don't even know if y'all can hear this. Oh, hold on. Because it could just be me. Could be me. You know, mother have her stuff together. I don't know what is going on. Let me see something. I don't know what is happening. They done infiltrated the Carter. Lord help us. Oh, well, that could be the problem right there. Sometimes I tell you, I'll be wondering, was I supposed to be a blonde child? Moving all around, just doing everything and forgetting just the little things. But anyway, while we waiting for this thing to get itself together, I did want to also mention that as I was looking down the Zuffa model, or whatever the hell it is, I also found something extremely interesting that I don't know if any of us have noticed quite yet. They don't have a drug testing protocol as of yet for Zuffa Boxing. I don't know if that means the gentlemen last night were not drug tested, or what that means. I just know they don't have a stringent plan in place. So we're just going to let that marinate. Obviously, Dana White has a lot of kinks that he needs to get worked out, and hopefully he will get those things in place, because obviously they're going to need drug testing over there for Zuffa Boxing. So that's one thing that I wanted to make sure I did note. I was not able to obtain any sort of, thing they talked about. Mm, Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. One second.
The uh, the fight of the night tonight, again, no shocker, was Sandoval and Rodriguez. They won $50,000. Performance of the night went to Rodriguez, who wins $100,000, and then Merriweather, he won 50. Congrats to them.
Will this be the home of Zuffa Boxing moving, like, for the foreseeable future?
We have tons of deals in the works right now, so you guys have no idea how what we already have in place is, I mean, it's bigger than what any promoter's done since King and Aram back in the old days, as far as television deals. And yeah, I'm just not ready to talk to you guys about all this shit yet. I mean, what we have in place already is crazy for our first ever, boxing match under Zuffa Boxing.
Yeah, two more quick ones from me. If you look at Golden Boy, sounds like their DAZN deal might be coming up. Top Rank is not on TV. PBC doesn't really have a deal. You have the Paramount deal. Do you feel like by default you're already the biggest American boxing promotion?
How many, Nick, I was going to see if Dave Shaw was in here, but how many territories were we on TV tonight? 13 territories outside the U.S. we have TV deals in that we aired on tonight.
So this is what I mean by irresponsible journalism, right? So I'm not sure if he's just like unaware or if he was just meant kind of like mainstream because as the last time I checked, Paramount was also a platform that an app that you go on to watch things. So just for a correction for everyone who is unaware, Top Rank is now with Roku. They are premiering on Tubi. Ha ha ha! Yes, it's Tubi, but it's free for a lot of y'all who don't like to pay for the pay-per-views. They are on Tubi and they have their own channel on Tubi called Top Rank Classics. Also, PBC is with one of the biggest platforms out there, which is Amazon Prime. So that man obviously didn't know what he was talking about, or he intended to slight them with those comments. However, they were incorrect. Now, as far as what else Dana White got going on over there with those teeth, I'm happy that Julian, New Jersey stand up. I'm happy that Julian Rodriguez won $150,000. But y'all have to pay attention. This is the bait, y'all. If y'all think that every single fight he's going to be paying these winners bonuses like this, y'all are crazy. Okay. Again, with the sustainable business practices that some of these guys participate in, is not going to last. I suspect that once he gets enough of those guys over there, that will slim down significantly if it does not come to a complete halt. Okay, so that's just one thing. Another thing, I don't cover this sport entirely, and I'm not going to, but I did notice that during the UFC weigh-ins, this happened.
$135 and a half.
135 and a half.
Guys, get one of the doctor out here. Doctor! Get one of the doctors. Grab one of the doctor.
Let me take it straight to the hospital.
First of all, I hope that young man is okay. I'm being told that he's okay and that he has no recollection of what happened to him. But stay tuned for my next Boxing's Dirty Secret. It's definitely going to be about legacy and leverage, where we will break down some of these rehydrations that clearly are not beneficial to these young men's health. Okay. Once again, I'm happy that he's okay, but come on, man. Come on, man. You doing all of that to make weight, and then we got other people out here just blatantly blowing weight. killed Cole. We're gonna get on him in a little bit. But I did want to make notice of that. That also happened surrounding this whole boxing event that Zuffa put on at the Apex, and whatever else he got going on. So let me just get into my thoughts about this card that happened last night before we get into our upcoming fights. Um, Listen, the first event, obviously, it happened last night at I believe it was the Apex in Las Vegas. It streamed on Paramount. Now, on the surface, it was a night of boxing, a lot of showcase fights, although if you listen to the commentary, they tried to make it sound otherwise. In the main event, we saw, well, if you watched it anyway, Kalen Wash, he beat Carlos Adambo, no surprise really, by a unanimous decision. Now, the scores were pretty wide. They had it 98-90, 98-90, and then I think it was like 97-91 or something like that. Now, there was a little bit of drama. Walsh, he got hit with like a flash knockdown in the sixth round. I don't know what was going on. It was like he looked clumsy, awkward. I don't know. He caught a shoulder, something anyway, knocked him off balance, and his glove did hit the canvas. That was pretty much, the majority of the fight, the majority of the action to me. The best fight on that card that won, which it actually should have won, was the Julian Rodriguez fight because they were in there going blow for blow. So that was actually a decent scrap. But as far as the card overall, this was a rollout, so I didn't expect much. I told you, Mother was going over there in the bushes just to be nosy anyway, to see what kind of, atmosphere was there. Wasn't a lot of people there. I know Dana said it was like 300 people there. Um, okay, we'll go with that. But he said that they're expanding to fit 1,100 people. Okay, we'll go with that too. But overall, just with the amount of people that he has signed currently, and I know somebody left me a comment and they said they think that Bam Rodriguez is going over there. Again, these gentlemen have to be extremely careful. I explained to y'all on Thursday the concessions that had to be made in order for this to be pushed through Congress. They had to shorten the contracts to only 6 years. Dana and them wanted a damn lifetime. Who knows? Okay, but they made them shorten it to only 6 years. They had to make them include more medical and emergency help. Okay, and there and obviously now y'all know that Dana can act as the promoter as well as the sanctioning bodies. Also, he does not have to disclose to them how much the event brought in. So I'm just gonna, y'all run on down to the Zuffa if you want to. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all do what y'all want with that. But shout out to the winners of that card. Shout out to them for their bonus wins. Like I said, Julius came home with 150K in his pocket. I think they said Troy Nash also won 50K. So I mean, that's what's up. I'm happy that they're getting some money. So for sure, that's what's up. And shout out to them for real. Now we're gonna get into the upcoming fights, but I did have two standalones that I wanted to mention. I saw this video about what Richardson Hitchens had to say about his relationship with Shakur and what he thinks about Shakur's relationship with Keyshawn. Now, obviously, when I open up the panel, y'all can let me know if y'all agree or disagree. I just bring y'all the news, honey. Y'all do what y'all want with it.
Before, like me and him was in the car. I think we was actually on the way to get dinner or something, or on the way to my house. Right. And I told Shakur, I said, the money right, brother, we're fighting because I'm not always going to be young and able to make this type of money.
Right.
So if the money's right, I'm fighting. I said, I don't know what you and Keyshawn got going on, but me and you, if they put the right numbers on that table, we gonna fight. And he was like, I respect it, fuck it, we gotta do it. Oh, so and he looked at me, he looked at me, I'm gonna fuck you up though. And I said, all right, let's
Shakur's always had that type of energy. It's like, yeah, I got close people, but ain't no friends in boxing really in the ring.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
I feel like in boxing, in the ring, is no friends. I mean, me and Shakur box, it's extremely competitive. I think we box the same day Boots just fought at 154. We boxed that same day in Philly, and it was super competitive because it's like, he feel like he's a guy, I feel like I'm a guy.
But do you believe what him and Keyshawn say, that they would never fight each other, or do you think that could change depending on how big the fight got?
I feel like it could change. Like me, I don't want to talk about their friendship. I don't want to be like try to start nothing on air. Like person or this or this.
No, it's just your opinion on it.
I feel like Keyshawn respects Shakur more than Shakur respects him. I feel like Keyshawn is more little bro. Like it's more like I respect like Mr. Miyagi. Like it's like I respect him. And Shakur has more empathy and sympathy. Like this is my little brother, this is my little man. I helped groom him. Right. I helped raise this kid, and I don't want to fight him. I have like a personal relationship with him. But I feel like Shakur has that dog mentality. Right. He's gonna if the fight was supposed to present itself and Keyshawn was like he's with it or like Keyshawn even said fuck it Shakur wouldn't be like you're my brother, I don't think we should fight. Like Shakur would take it. Tone right there. And Shakur, that's because he's a competitor. I know Shakur personally. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I feel like it's just more Keyshawn kind of established that and was like, you're my brother, I don't want to fight you. But it's more homage and respect, and I feel like he knows he can't beat Shakur.
Well, that was a mouthful, honey. Ooh, Richardson Hitchens, honey. He had to say what he had to say. Now, what I want to know is when he get his ass back in a damn ring, run around here talking about other people. Mind your business. But y'all know I told y'all he might be fighting Oscar Duarte. Obviously, we will let y'all know if that fight actually gets made. Right now, I know they're in talks. I haven't seen anything solid floating around, or at least it hasn't come across my desk. But when I know, y'all will know. Now, also, let's get to the upcoming fights so we can get into what's happening, honey. So, as usual, we have the lineup for this evening. We know that we have Muratalla. We know that we have, let me see, where is this card? Because I'm sick and deaf of this. Okay. So tonight, obviously, we are down to the last fights of the month, guys. So that's what's up. We have the card tonight. On the 31st, obviously, we have Bakram versus Josh Kelly. Okay, I believe that's for a belt. So let's not forget about that. Although that is going to be, I believe, in the UK. All right. We have the Pro Box card also taking place on the 30th. And if y'all did not pay attention to my community post, my little baby, her card got pushed to February because of the impending snow. So obviously, she had to reschedule her fight. But we do have the DMV card. It's still, as far as I know, I haven't gotten a text that this card was also. This card is also still taking place on the 30th.
It's live. It's local. It's boxing. No Excuse Boxing Promotions in Maryland Live Hotel and Casino presents a night of professional boxing you don't want to miss. Friday, January 30th in Hanover, Maryland, featuring some of your favorite DMV fighters. Headlined by the fast and fearless Brian Flores versus Starling Castillo. Featuring Jordan the Iceman Roach, Trayvon Marshall, Jeffrey Yu, David Whitmire, and the power and experience of the original Ben Johnson. One ring, one night, no excuses. Don't think, don't blink. Get your tickets now. So when the bell rings, you'll be there. Tickets are available online through AXS or at the Live Hotel and Casino box office.
All right. So if you guys are in the Maryland area, you guys can go on down and enjoy a Pro Box card live. Obviously, we know also next week we have the big card coming at the last day of the month. Where is that boy card? Okay. Teo versus Shakur. We have the Keyshawn and Jermaine Ortiz on here. We got my boy Shushu. We got Carlos Adama. So this may shape up to be a pretty decent card after all. Also, y'all stop disrespecting my little adopted baby. Hennessy, she's going out for her world title shot in bantamweight. She will also be fighting next Saturday. Also, next Saturday, because there are a ton of damn cards. Let's not forget about Xander and Abbas. They are unifying next Saturday. So we have tons of boxing on all day long. So y'all should be thoroughly entertained. Now that is for the rest of the month. Y'all know I don't like to do all far out because they be mixing stuff up and switching stuff. Y'all know they pulled that voodoo on us, changing Richards and Hitchens to the boy Keyshawn on this card. So we got to stay month. I'm gonna give y'all a month. This way, if I got to change something, I can change it. But now that we're done with the upcoming fights, let's get into the $1 million woman, shall we? Obviously, y'all know that Claressa Shields has a rematch coming up with Franchon Crews-Dezurn. And she's been on a press run. Speaking to some platforms about some of the things that she has going on, not negating that $8 million. Of course, she loved to tell us about that, child. And y'all know, of course, recently Mother has dug into that story because I want to know. So here are some of the clips that she, had some things to say about when she was on The Last Stand with Brian Custer. Okay, so first she's going to address why she never signed to MVP because obviously that's something that we all, kind of wanted to know. Because she is very skilled and talented, and we feel like the best place for her to showcase those skills and talents would be on Netflix. And y'all know Mother say it all the time. Jake Paul is in charge of the girls. Yeah, so get on over there with the girls. But here was her response to why she decided not to pursue a business relationship with MVP.
With MVP, listen, I like everything that they stand for. Like I enjoy having conversations with Nikisa and getting to know him and learn his background and him actually being able to get to know me because it's different off social media, right? And like I said, I like what they stand for. It just for me being pound for pound #1 woman fighter in the world, what they were offering just wasn't enough. I know my worth and they know my worth too. That's why they wanted to sign me. And hey, it just didn't work out, but I love what they're doing. I love what they're doing over there. And I can't wait to see more fights from them. And I look to fighting some of their girls. Like I look forward to fighting some of their girls.
Shadacia Green,
Yeah.
Sweets. Is she next?
I would like for her to be next, yes. Yes. I would like for her to be next. And the thing is, for anybody listening, I don't have to fight Shadacia. And I only say that because it's the truth. I don't. If I beat someone that beats her, I don't gotta fight her to prove that I'm better than her. Listen, it's a lot of great fighters out there. She's not one. She's okay. She's good, right? But she's not a great. And I think that I like the competitive spirit of it. But I could fight against whoever I want to fight against. I could fight against Michaela Mayer at 160. That's a great fight. I can do a rematch with Danielle Perkins. I can listen, it's so many things that I could do besides fighting Shadacia. I don't like that she put out this narrative that I'm scared of her. Scared of what? Scared of what? You lost to somebody who I beat 3 times already in my lifetime. I beat when I was young, beat when I was 17, 19, 21. Now I'm 30, like still undefeated. Like, what are we talking about?
You little hussy. I'll tell you what we talk. Oh, sorry, didn't realize my mic was back on. Obviously, we all take issue with that particular. I know I do. I'm not gonna speak for everybody else, right? And in boxing, she should know since she is a boxer, there are no such thing as triangle theories because Franchon Cruz also lost to Savannah Marshall, who Shadeja Green beat. So that whole triangle theory, that's a load of crap, right? But let's hear the sister out. Let's hear what else she got going on.
Time this year.
Wow. Okay.
Now, third fight, I can't even tell you who the heck is gonna be against. I
Right.
wish I could. I think right now we got Franchon February 22nd.
Yep.
And after that, I would love to get in there with Shadecia Green.
Yep.
I would love that. And then after that, Michaela Mayer. Trying to think. It's who I'm trying to think of the girls who at 60 right now. Like when I watch that division out, I don't know who's there no more. Oh, Olivia Curry and them, right? Olivia Curry and Kay Scott. Yeah. I saw those girls fight in person. I like both of them as people, but I would get both of them. I will knock both of them out, literally. I'm trying to think. Maybe somebody else will get built up and they will come along, but I don't know who the third fight could be for the year. But I know that those are the first two I want to get out the way. And yes, at heavyweight, because these girls are scared to put their belts up. Yep.
Well, first of all, what am I doing up here twice? They are trying to bite us now. Hold on. First of all, okay. Well, that's her story, right? That these girls are afraid to put their belts up to fight her at their weight class, right? Obviously, we know that she just had her press conference with Franchon, and Franchon had a lot to say about her and her statements. Now, I'm not gonna kill all of y'all with what I saw prior to that because I was terrified to death when I saw this man get up there and start trying to rap. I don't know what was happening at this press conference. But nevertheless, we're going to keep it boxing. I don't want to even, I had to watch that. I had to suffer through that. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Anyway, listen to Franchon explain this, and then I'm gonna bring it all together.
I didn't need you to become a champion. You needed me, and we worked together. So when you do speak, make sure you speak proper, because I'm always going to be right there. No. I didn't say that. I didn't need you to become a champion. I became undisputed on my own. We fought some of the same people, but I didn't use your name in vain. So don't talk like I'm one of the people who use your name for clout. Because if there was any time that you sent that contract, I would have signed it expeditiously. Okay? We here now. We here now.
Undisputed. 168, and I was undisputed at 160.
We could have set it up.
We could have fought then. You did not want to fight back then.
Who did I run? Did I run?
You fought other people.
You fought other people. We just fought other people.
I let you know, but back then you could have made way more for your purse back then. I told you that. Don't act like that. Don't act like that. Don't act like that because I respect you for who you are and what you do. But don't act like I'm not the one giving up. I could have fought somebody else. They did not want this fight.
Maybe.
I could have been
want to fight.
I didn't want to fight you.
Yeah.
Why you here?
Because we gonna fight, because I signed a contract. I don't need to be the loudest in the room to make the biggest impact. I stand on business on everything I do. She knows this, he knows this, anybody that deal with me. So you don't have to like me, you don't have to root for me, but you gonna respect me. Why? Because I'm built like that. I don't care about no wins, I don't care about no losses. I fought her on my first fight. I knew what the circumstances was. I signed off the couch, and I got the emails to prove it. So to come at me like I'm not built like that, understand. I know who I am. I don't have to switch personas. I know. I've been the same back then. I'm the same now. I don't really get out my place. I don't get out of character. But y'all gonna stop playing with me to insinuate that I would ever throw a fight. The bag is not big enough. Let me clear that up. I'm grateful for every opportunity, every dollar I get because I work hard for it. But you're not giving me my biggest payday. This is an opportunist fight because when I take your belts, then I'll get my biggest payday. But you're not going to sit here and play with me like you're my savior, because you're not.
Tell her, God damn it. You better let that heifer know something. Now, obviously, we watched that press conference. Claressa strolled in there with that squirrel on her head and everything else she had going on. And obviously, Franchon Crews, the people in the audience, they were very heavily for Claressa, it's her hometown, whatever the case may be. So, they were kind of heckling Franchon, and I guess she just had enough at that particular point. But there's a few things that I want to say, right? The first of them being this. Claressa, I've always had a problem with her selection of opponents. I don't care what she do outside of the ring. Y'all know that. I do not run no damn tabloid channel. I don't care about all of that other foolishness. My problem with her is strictly her selection of opponents or lack thereof, right? So for her to say that no one wanted this fight, yet you selected it any damn way to fight a woman that you already fought 10 years ago, and both of y'all first fights is ridiculous when there is plenty of opposition that you could be fighting. For instance, she has been going back and forth online with Michaela Mayer. Michaela Mayer, if I'm not mistaken, is down at what? What is Michaela Mayer? 154? 160? So you're running around here starting beef with all of these women who are smaller than you, Yet you don't want to make the concessions to go down in weight. Now, if you have an issue with making weight, that's one thing, but just refusing to go back down in weight to get competition is another. And then to absolutely suggest that the reason that you have to do this and the reason that you have to recycle opponents is because there's no one there to fight you is bullshit. Okay. Shadeja Green is available. She's at 168. If you're gonna go down and weight, you can go and fight her. Melinda what is it? Waterpool. She's ranked at number 5. You can take your ass over there and fight her. Okay. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, get in shape to try to make 154, she can absolutely fight Raquel Miller because the pretty beast is on that ass. And she can try and make a fight with Michaela Mayer. But to sit up here and feed us a recycle fight, and I had no problem with Franchon Crews. I actually love Franchon Crews. My problem is with Claressa and her selection of opponents. She mentioned Danielle Perkins, a rematch with Danielle Perkins. Don't nobody want to see that shit either. You already fought her, okay? You wobbled her, knocked her down, whatever the hell happened. But keep in mind, Danielle Perkins only had 5 damn fights when you selected to fight her. Okay, all of the women that you have previously selected had less fights than you. We are talking about the competition and the fact that she came out and tried to give this explanation as to why she got $8 million. Well, who the hell run around here that's giving out money to see you fight people that you don't already whooped? Honey, sign me up because I need some mother needs some money too. That is the most ridiculous thing I think I have ever heard. Now, I understand that she has branded herself as a GWOAT. I understand that some of y'all go along with that. I told y'all my feelings about that whole situation. I will not be calling anybody with only 17 fights the GWOAT of a damn thing. Okay? She will always get her recognition. She will always get her accomplishments, at least, spoke about over here. But all that other crap, you can miss me with it because I am uninterested, honey, to death. Now, I'm glad that Franchon cleared up the payment as well, because if you are the $8 million woman and whatever you've given her to fight, and we all know that she's not as active as she should be for a woman of her age if she wants to continue to fight in the sport either. For this not to be her biggest payday speaks volumes to me. Look. Obviously, they done already put the fight on, child. It's going to be in February, as we know, at the Little Caesars Arena. If you are in the area, get you a ticket. If not, watch it wherever the hell is airing at. I don't even know. Okay, but I just thought that was absolutely ridiculous. There are several young women that you can be fighting besides someone that you have already fought. Okay, 10 years ago, both of y'all first fight, and you beat her 3 times in the amateurs. As she told y'all on Brian Custer, she done beat her when she was 10, 17, 16, whatever else she said. You beat her 3 times in the amateurs, and you beat her once when y'all both turned pro. And now you're fighting her again 10 years later. There is better competition to be had. People want to see you step up and challenge yourself, even if that means you trimming down and going back to a weight class where there is a lot of smoke. Now, I understand women's boxing, there is not a lot of competition the higher in weight that you go. I get that. But you selected to go to 175. You did that. Okay. And I also know that a lot of women fluctuate up and down. You are also pulling these women up to your weight class to fight you. So let me get this straight. They got less fights than you, and you pulling them up, and you still not knocking them out? Come on, y'all. Come on, man. This is like, listen, y'all believe what y'all want, but all I'm gonna say is this. I just can't take it no damn more. I just cannot take it anymore. This is getting out of control. Now look, the child, she claims she wants to fight 3 times next year. Obviously, she named who she wants to fight. This year. She's gonna fight Franchon in the rematch. Then she claims she's gonna fight Shadeja Green, and then she does not know her third opponent. She's made some insinuations that it will be a recycled opponent, or perhaps she will go down and fight Michaela Mayer, which fine. You want to go down to 154 and fight Michaela Mayer? I really have no problem with that either. Michaela Mayer, she's a tough out for any girl, but we want to see at least some competition, right? And if you whoop all of these women, then you whoop all of these women. Then that's that. But don't sit up here and act like, y'all know how I use my term, the prettiest girl at the prom. Like you have all these options when we're seeing you fight recycled opponents. It just doesn't make a lick of damn sense. Child. Anyway, Okay, and they all damn delusional. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. It is 100 people watching. The likes should be congruent, if not at least damn there. I'll give y'all a moment to get yourselves together. Gather yourself and hit that damn like button. Let me see who else done came up in here while I was on my rant. And I do apologize. Y'all know mother will get on that rant in a second, honey. Oh, Raphael, what's going on? No, he doesn't, but they did sit down with her, so she says. Neptune Nikki was good. Um, they did sit down with her, so they said, D1, what's up? And obviously she said that the numbers didn't match. And I mean, it's a business decision and it's a business at the end of the day. So that part is like, I don't really even care about that, honestly. If the numbers didn't add up to what it was that she selected, um, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You got to go where you can get the biggest bag. I don't have a problem with that at all, actually. But mother want to know from what I read, right? And sometimes mother reads things cross-eyed, and that's fine. Um, Salita still owe her 2.3 from their last deal. So now he done up the ante. But here's my thing. If you were just gonna stay at home anyway with Salita Promotions, why you taking meetings? What was that about? And then you didn't do nothing but stay your ass right where you was at and add on another person with their hand in your pocket. Lord help us. Now listen, obviously, um, we all think we know the outcome of this fight. Who knows? Franchon may surprise us. But we read this book already. Okay, we read this book. I want to see at least some good competition, at least somebody that you haven't fought already, at the very least. And I know there are not a lot of women, up at that weight class, but I just gave y'all a few. Okay, because mother, look, soon as she said that, I paused that video, honey. I went to Box Rec so damn fast it would have made your head spin. Okay, she can definitely get in there. Oh, and Shay Kinley, she's at 175. She could fight her. I already said Melinda Waterpool, Shadeja, and Raquel Miller. Those are some options. She's already been, seems like she's talking to Michaela Mayer to get with her. So we'll see. Okay, we'll see what's going on with all of that crap. Um, More importantly, we're gonna move past this because it's fight night, y'all, and we have some other fights. I don't think that is Ann Wolf back. I don't I don't know why. What is happening with that? Um, I, why? Anyway, we're not gonna do all that, and we ain't finna stay on this damn topic long because I told y'all we got real shit to talk about. But I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there, because I just kind of felt Franchon's frustration throughout this whole event. It's kind of been like the plus one, and it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Not to even shit on her or say anything negative about her. Y'all know I love me some Franchon. But it's just like, we know this is the Claressa show. You know what I'm saying? It's right at home, and that's another thing too. We need to test that market value outside of Detroit, sis. Have a fight over here where, the people can go and we can just see you grow globally as a brand if that's what you're really looking to do. Hometown fights are cool. They can get those once a year or something, but you need to test your market value outside of your hometown. There's nothing wrong with that. And especially if you're going to keep on throwing these numbers in our face, we need to see something. I want to see something for real. I'm getting a little frustrated with all of these people. Yeah, I don't know what's happening either, D1. Smash that like button. You're looking from the bushes, stay your ass in the bushes. I don't care. But hit that damn like button. So y'all get it together. Let me get some water since y'all playing games, honey. And we ain't finna be up here all night because mother got fights to watch. So y'all take y'all time if you want to. This thing will be off for you know it. Hit that damn like button. Now, obviously we got our fight coming up tonight. We have to discuss the young man who missed weight. I'm gonna put this up because the gentleman underneath the main event, because the main event were professionals. The gentlemen underneath the main event were the one who came in, I believe it was 7 pounds over. 7 pounds overweight for his fight tonight. And obviously his opponent, he opted to continue along with the fight, although he is going to be penalized for the missing weight. But this just seems to be, I don't want to say like an epidemic, but this seems to be happening a lot lately where these guys are just refusing to make the damn weight. And I'm not sure what that's all about, but 7 pounds overweight, just as when Keyshawn was 4 pounds overweight, that's a little ridiculous. That is a little bit ridiculous to me. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I would have still taken this fight, but when I drop the link, y'all can come up and let me know what y'all think about that whole situation. But we're definitely about to get into some predictions because ow, I forgot that I think Zay Quinn is also on this card. I don't know who his opponent is. Obviously, they're still building Zay Quinn, so I don't judge his opponents because he's right now at the stage where he just kind of is building himself. He's working on his craft, and he just fights whoever they put in front of him. And I actually like Saquon. I think he's all right. I'm not really sure about his power just yet. But I like what I see so far. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on him, see how he progresses in the sport and see, what he can definitely bring to the table. But let's get into these top two gentlemen right here. Obviously, they've been talking trash in Spanish. Mother needed a translator, honey, to get to the shit talk, and I hate when they do that. But you got the champ, okay? Raymond Maritala. Wait, I thought, oh yes, here we go. All right, we got the champ, Raymond Maritala up here. Okay, he's sitting at 23 and 0. He has 17 knockouts, and he trains obviously with Robert Garcia. And we talked about that Thursday. It is going to be the battle of the trainers in that corner, Garcia versus Ennis, Bozy Ennis. Okay, in his very first title defense. Now this is, I think Maritala was elevated. He was elevated to the IBF champion after Loma retired, and this is going to be his first title defense. So we are going to see. He is going to definitely need to apply some educated pressure. Okay. He has a pretty good jab, so that's going to set everything up. And then he's going to have to go in there. He's going to have to be sharp, and he's going to have to go with a lot of combinations, and he is going to have to go to that body immediately because you know them Cuban feet. Okay. Cruz will dance around in that doggone ring on his behind like nobody's business. All right. But he is definitely going to have to He's going to have to bring it in this fight because we all know that Andy Cruz is going to bring it. All right. Now, a lot of people are, questioning if he's ready for a fight of this magnitude because he only has 6 professional fights. However, his amateur pedigree, does suggest that he can be ready for something of this magnitude. He is definitely a very decorated amateur. He's an Olympic gold medalist. Um, like I said, he got the 6-0, but fast tracked him a little bit. But listen, we're gonna see what he brings to the table, and we're gonna see if he's ready for this moment. We're gonna see if them lights is too bright, baby, for Maritala in this particular instance. Well, not Maritala, but Cruz. So I will definitely let y'all know. Yeah, Andy, let's not forget y'all, Andy is 75 years old. Okay. Let's not forget that Andy Cruz is 75 goddamn years old. All right. He's definitely had a very good amateur background. As we know, he beat Keyshawn Davis 4 times already in the amateurs. So, and one time, I don't care what nobody say. I could have sworn Keyshawn was pro that last time they fought. But people are telling me no. I got to do that timeline again because I could have sworn that Keyshawn was like 4-0 or 5-0 or something when he went back and fought Andy Cruz again, or it was right before he turned pro, something like that. But I do know that he whooped him 4 times. And I don't want to say whooped because it ain't like he beat him by a big margin, but he did best him 4 times. So we will definitely see. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. Okay, I'm gonna move to the next topic while y'all deciding whether or not y'all want to come here and bite mother, because I know some of y'all get right ratchet about y'all look quote, honey. But mother just had to put some things out there, get some things off my chest. That's all. Now, listen, the young man, okay, that we are going to be in our last little few seconds. because mother, she's so tired. Mother tired of this boy. And I don't like, why does he do this?
I never won a championship belt around the house for fun. I don't know what it is about belts. Like, it's like trophies is trophies. Like, I don't know. I'd rather get a big check and go spend some money on some property or something. The belts is cool. Like, they good to place in your office and put them up. They look good for people that come see them. I think the money. I like the big checks.
Now, for the crazed Shakur fans, right? And I'm not talking about the regular people, the people that can walk in the daytime like me. I'm talking about the crazed ones. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about that run around here foaming at the mouth, catching carpal tunnel, typing away, just run around here the defense team. I'm talking to the regular people. It's interesting to me that that is now his stance. When previously he was all about the belts, all about legacy, but now it seems like a lot of people are saying, F the belts. We don't really care about the belts. We want the money. I distinctly remember one specific gentleman saying this, and a lot of people having a lot of pushback, if you will, when this was said by a specific gentleman. So I just want to know now from his fans, how do y'all now feel about him taking this stance? Are y'all as upset as y'all were before, or is it different now? Hmm. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I definitely wanted to get some of y'all opinion on that because it just appears as if there's been a switcheroo made. And I just wanted to know how some of y'all felt about that switch up. And if y'all have the same energy, because I know a lot of y'all are belt fans. I know a lot of y'all are, the accolades people, and y'all supported specific fighters because y'all thought that they were the accolade people too. But so when you find out that they're not the accolade people no more, are y'all upset? Hmm. Y'all know mother got y'all back if y'all upset. Here you go, baby. Go on, dry your tears. Mother's here for you. Go on, cry. I got the violin for you right here if you want to cry. No, but seriously, y'all, I really do want to know what y'all think about that. I mean, I just found it interesting. Also, y'all know that their fight is next week. They've been doing their press, they've been doing their little runs, talking, back and forth with one another. It's starting a little heat up now and there, heat up here and there now and there. You see, Tio posting pictures with this mask on he had. I don't know what he was doing with all of that. Um, Obviously, we know a couple of weeks ago, Shakur started his blog where he's been posting a lot of his training footage and, getting ready for his upcoming fight. And he's been having the cameras, follow him around. And we saw him on the Breakfast Club. And I believe Shakur, Tio was also there. They did their sit down with Versace. So they're trying their best to ramp up the, I guess, talks for this fight because it really hasn't been a lot of people talking about it. I have started to see within like maybe the last week or so a lot more people talking about the card and seems to be getting excited about this card. I'm definitely excited for a few fights on this card. I want to see first of all how Keyshawn looks at 140. Because as we know, he dropped his belt on the scale against Edwin De Los Santos. So we haven't seen him fight since he fought Barenchik. And that was the what was that? I want to say earlier last year. So I definitely want to see how he looks in the ring after spending some time out of the ring. Also, Jermaine Ortiz, we want to see what he brings to the table in this particular fight because he's promising a lot of pain. Okay, Shushu again, Carlos Adames is on this card, and obviously, our main event. Now, with Tio versus Shakur, I know a lot of the Shakur fans are excited. I know a lot of the Tio fans are excited, and this probably will be, Shakur's best name, right, that he's fought so far on his resume. I want to know what y'all think. How y'all see this fight playing out? The one that we have coming up tonight and the one that we have next weekend. How do you guys see those fights playing out? And do you think if Shakur comes out successful against Teofimo Lopez, do you think he should start campaigning at 140 and fight some of the competition up there? Because 135, you still have Abdullah, and then we have Schofield. But Lucas Body obviously is into the rankings. Lamont is still an option for him if he wants to come back down to 135 and make that fight with Lamont happen. That's a pretty decent fight. Or do we want to see him stay at 140? Because remember, he also said that he was going to 147 to fight Conor Ben. So we're definitely going to see what's going on. He seems to be fluctuating all across the board. 135, he's going to go all the way up to 147, so he says, but only for the fight with Conor Ben. If he can get a rehydration clause, also he'll want a rehydration clause for Devin Haney if he stays up there to fight Devin Haney. So I want to know, we in agreement with rehydration clauses now, too? I'm just interested. It's a lot of double talk going on, and I don't see a lot of vitriol for it. I just want to know what's happening, you know? Staying in certain weight classes to get certain advantages on certain fighters, picking which fighters you'll fight at that weight class. This is why the game is getting watered down, man. This is why the game is getting watered down. As I said before, I think they should bring back same day weigh-ins. I think that'll stop a lot of this foolishness. Like for instance, what we saw earlier, or what was that yesterday with Khalil Cole. Can somebody explain to me how you come in 7 pounds overweight for a fight that was already rescheduled? So you had extra time to get in shape and stay that way? Can somebody explain that to me? Because that to me just screams, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Now, obviously, he's going to be penalized financially for it, but what do y'all think should be done about stuff like this? To me, I don't know if I would have taken that fight, if I'm being honest. And obviously, Hart was probably like, listen, I've been wanting this fight. I'm gonna whoop him anyway, so we're gonna see. But that's 7 pounds, my boy. Not that's before even rehydration. So he's coming in there fully functional, fully rehydrated, just ready. You know what I'm saying? Where meanwhile you had to make whatever concessions you had to make the weight to get down to the weight class that you guys are going to be fighting. I believe what is that 160, 154, 160, or whatever that weight class is. You went ahead and you did that, but he on the other hand did not. What's up, Jaquin? How you doing, baby? So I just, me personally, I want to know what y'all think because when I heard that damn news that he was 7 pounds overweight, I was like, say what? You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this kind of crap up. So y'all are gonna have to tell me. All right, link in the chat, prediction time. If not, I'm getting up out of here so I can get ready to go watch some fights, honey. I ain't got time to play with y'all tonight. We got Muratalla versus Cruz, and we got Cole versus Hart. Lord, let me move this banner. I'm gonna cut off the last one. We're done with your little punk ass. Ah, yes, I forgot Madrimov is back, y'all. Coming off the double losses. Madrimov is back, y'all. So what y'all think gonna happen with Madrimov, honey? Connor is mandatory for the winner of Ryan Barrios, so Shakur may have to wait. That is right. He is. I forgot about that. Thank you, DJ. Yes, I did forget about that. Yes, honey, yes. Huh. Well, then I guess he can go back down to 135 and possibly fight Lamont if he wins this fight next weekend with Teofimo Lopez. He can possibly, I guess, go back down and make the fight with him. Um, I don't know if they'll be pushing a unification with him and Abdullah just yet. Let's see who else is down at 135 that he can kind of get a rumble on because 135 is kind of dry. 140 is actually where all the smoke really is, if you want to be honest. He can go over there. Dalton Smith just won. You got Puello over there still. I don't know what the hell Richardson Hitchens got going on. Oh yeah, I do. Duarte, supposedly Duarte. Gary Antoine Russell's about to fight Hiroka. So, we'll definitely see. If he's gonna stay at 135, if he's gonna move up to 147. If he moves up to 147, make the fight with Devin happen. Hell, it didn't happen at 135 like it should have. Make it at 147. But I doubt if Devin Haney is going to be willing to get on some sort of rehydration clause. We know that ain't really exactly how he rolled. So, I don't think he'll be willing to do that. Um, so we'll just see. We'll see what happens in this fight next weekend. If he's successful in his fight with Teofimo Lopez, I guess he'll make the decision after that particular fight on what it is that he's going to do next. So, guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I do want to know who y'all think is going to win this fight between Muratalla and Cruz, and how you think they win. Um, oh my goodness, what? Lord have mercy. Oh, really? Okay, Adam, because I didn't know who that young man was that he was fighting, and honestly, Mother didn't dig enough to find out. I was like, oh, Zay Quinn is on this card, 'cause I almost forgot, honestly, that he was even on this card. And then I saw the weigh-ins, and I was like, oh, that's right, Zay Quinn on this card. And I was like, well, who the hell is this boy? And they said his name, but I just was like, because I I'm expecting him to still, be shaping himself, and like when they got like fights like under 10, under 15, I really like, okay. It's when they get into them double numbers, high up in them double numbers, that Mother starts side eyeing. Cruz late stoppage, D1. Damn, you got Cruz winning every round. Cruz by UD. Okay. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Can a challenger put a rehydration pose on a champ? I don't think so, Aircraft. That's another thing. When the young man said that, right, on the Breakfast Club, and we remember when he said that, I was thinking that to myself. I was like, but Devin's a champion at 147. First of all, I don't think Devin would abide by that anyway, whether he was a champion or not. I just don't think he would give nothing like that up. Neptune, I think so too. I think a good fight for Shakur would be a fight with Lamont Roach, or he could possibly circle the block to Frank Martin. That might be a decent fight. I always thought that would have been a good fight, and I think the fight with Frank Martin and Keyshawn is a good fight at 140. So we'll definitely see what these boys got going on. We'll see. Muratalla by UD, okay. All right, so it look like we're a little split. So y'all saying Muratalla because of the experience, or do y'all think that he's a better boxer than Cruz? He got cracking ability, the cup killing his gas, so that one. Okay. No carrier. So what do y'all think? Y'all think it's because of the experience that he would beat Cruz? Experience and talent. Oh, you think he's more skilled than Cruz? That's interesting. I think Cruz is a hell of a boxer, so Cruz has 2 gold medals, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he has 2 gold medals. I know he damn sure got at least one. He's a gold medalist. Yeah, he won at least one. Well, shit, he beat Keyshawn 4 times, so I know he has at least one. He won at least gold once, so he's definitely a gold medalist. I believe it's 2, but I know for sure it's 1. So that pedigree matters. Y'all don't think so? Y'all don't think the amateur pedigree, because he has like over what, 100 fights in the amateurs? And I understand that y'all think he's being fast tracked with only 6 fights getting a title shot, which could be true. We're gonna see if them lights too bright tonight, ain't we? We definitely gonna find out tonight if them lights too bright. But I definitely did want to bring that to the table, because I thought that, first of all, this is an interesting matchup to me. I think that Muratalla, he's just gonna have to stay patient. He's gonna have to apply smart pressure. He's definitely gonna have to go to the body. He's gonna have to let some hands go, and he's gonna have to cut that ring off, because Cruz, he will use that footwork. He will use that footwork. So, D1, I think so too. I think that they actually don't like each other, which is why Hart opted to continue with the fight anyway. Um, so I think that he wants that fight anyway. I just hope that, I don't know. Me personally, I don't know if I would have taken that fight. Would y'all have taken that fight if your opponent came in 7 pounds overweight before rehydrating? Y'all let me know. Y'all would have taken that fight? Cause see, I don't know if I would have. That's just completely unprofessional. And I'm not sure if maybe, I mean, I know this fight has been pushed back once before, But I'm pretty sure they gave him ample time, letting him know ahead of time that, hey, your fight is going to be in January. You wouldn't have taken it. I wouldn't have taken it either, Crush. I don't think I would have taken it. It's unprofessional as hell. So I don't know. 7 pounds. Yes, it's flat out cheating. Flat out cheating. So we're gonna see. That's a good question, Aircraft. That's a good question, but still, bro. Because he could get seriously hurt in this fight tonight. You know what I'm saying? He could definitely get seriously hurt in this fight. And it ain't about, I guess, I mean, his other options. I understand what you're saying, but still, that's flat. You didn't even try to prepare for this fight. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? We're gonna see. We definitely gonna see. But if y'all ain't coming up, I'm getting over here, honey. Um, y'all enjoy the fights tonight. Let me see, because I done cut this doggone thing off. I want to see who the hell Madrimon fighting. Let me see, who was this boy fighting? Ah, Lewis David. Oh, that's right. He is fighting Salazar. All right. Okay. This is obviously y'all know this is comeback fight after he lost to Virgil Ortiz last year, and then before that he lost to Bud. So he's coming off of two losses to fight Salazar. So we'll definitely see what's happening with this. I don't know. I never really thought Madrimov was that good, if I'm being honest with y'all. I always thought he was the weakest champ at 154. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I believe he got to win. This is a do or die fight for him. If not, then it's over with. Don't security. Please be advised that Tucson has entered the building with her cape on. Now, she is part of security. However, watch her. Okay. No, Tucson, what's up? No, we was just getting ready to wrap it up, honey. I done talked about these fights, honey. I done talked about Claressa and her little, you know, opponent selection and everything else. Hey, J-Man, baby, how you doing? You think so? You think Boots might get set up with Magimov? Not if he lose another damn fight. I don't want to see that shit. I don't think that nigga that good. I just don't. But that's neither here nor there. But all right, y'all, we done covered everything we needed to cover, honey. Mother getting ready to go watch us some fights, honey. We done talked about that girl and her craziness. I done gave y'all the news. Hold on, let me make sure. I done did everything I need to do, honey. I done gave y'all the news, mother. Yes, honey, we can get on right to the wrap up. Okay, so we talked about the $8 million woman, honey, and some of the situations that she has going on. We've exposed Zuffa Boxing for the bullshit that they got going on. And keep in mind, honey, they do not have regulatory drug testing in place just yet. Just a little tidbit, I throw that back on out there for y'all to chew on y'all way out the door. Okay, and then we have the war of the trainers. Okay, Garcia versus Bozy. Those are two very respected trainers in the boxing game. And so we are going to see what they've been working on with their fighters, and it's going to show in the ring. I believe that Cruz will listen a lot more than goddamn what's that boy name? Foster did, not Foster, Fulton did. So we'll definitely see what's happening in these fights tonight, y'all. I'm very excited, especially for the main event. I'm gonna check out Zay Quinn too. I like the little homie. I'm gonna see what he got going on. Obviously, we know he's being trained by their grandfather as well. So we'll see what the grandfather's got going on. He's been very busy. I'm always seeing him in Shakur's camp. When Shakur drops his blog videos. So training both of these guys. I'm sure he tired. He tired. But we're gonna see what he got going on tonight too. Who else? Like I said, Madrimov on this card. I ain't really checking for him. I want to see that Khalil Cole and that Hart card. Because that's ridiculous. 8 damn pounds overweight, 7 pounds overweight, 8 pounds, whatever the hell it is overweight. That's absolutely unprofessional and it's ridiculous. Okay. So we're gonna see what's happening. We done talked about the double talker. Y'all, none of his fans wanted to come up here and defend him. Shame on y'all. Y'all down bad. I didn't say it was trash aircraft carrier. I didn't say the car was trash. But it was trash. But I didn't say that originally, no. I didn't say that originally, no. I said I watched it in the bushes because I know I had to come over here and talk about it. So mother did go in the bushes over there at the Apex and watch the fights. A bunch of showcase fights as we expected, obviously. Um, the main event did not live up to it. They should have had fucking Julius Rodriguez as the main event. That was the best fight on the whole damn card to me. But he was the co-main, so he did what he was supposed to do. And like I said before, shout out to them for winning the bonus money. Took home an extra 150. I ain't mad at that at all. So definitely. Um, Dana obviously, during the post conference, he said that he had a lot of things that he's still working on, and they're gonna still be rolling out some things. So we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see. Listen, I didn't say that, but it was. We're gonna see what they got going on. Also, y'all, it's not like it's gonna be killing regular boxing. It's just going to be another avenue that these boys can explore. But we spoke Thursday. I told y'all, I read those amendments. They will be signed over there for the minimum of 6 years. And that was a reduction from what they originally wanted. But that was the only way they could pass it through Congress. They have to have more medical staff over there because originally they only had one nurse, doctor, ambulance, whatever the hell it was. They wanted two. Dana White does not have to disclose how much the event made. He is now the promoter and the sanctioning body. He is your hero, your Jesus over there. I told y'all boys, y'all keep it up if y'all want to. They're gonna be on Death Row Records. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all be yes, Ja Higher will be headlining the event starting February, and he is now the face of Zuffa Boxing. So, you know, there we are. Um, I don't know, Dodge, baby. I don't know why these people do the things that they do or what's happening over there with their little stuff over there. But that card last night was super mid, to say the least. Okay. But hey, we're gonna see how he structures this and how he shapes it. And I told y'all now he got I'm gonna tell y'all one last time who he got over there so y'all can stop asking me. Okay, and as they add them, we'll add the names to our list. But so far that I can see, they have Kalen Bosch. Obviously, we discussed that last night. Jose Valenzuela. Okay, they have Vito Melnicki. I have to look it back into him because he's undecided. I heard he was over there, and I heard he wasn't over there, but I can't find nothing that tells me definitively if his ass is over there. He might have took a meeting. Okay, let's say that he took a meeting. We got Badu over there. Fa Jogba, I told y'all that. Sergey Boachuk is now over there. We know about Jai Opataya, and obviously, as I posted on the community page, Alexander Usyk has now decided to join Zuffa. So Aircraft, you said that, and somebody else put that in my comment section. I have not been able to verify that. I know that Bam's contract was coming to an end, but I was not able to verify whether or not Bam Rodriguez will be joining Zuffa Boxing. So, I don't know. I will let y'all know when I know. Y'all will know. Or if y'all know, shit, put it on the community board so we all can know. I don't know. But for now, those are the names that I know are definitely over there. And you said they have Conwell? Okay, don't nobody care about no damn Conwell. Yeah, I didn't think so. I couldn't find anything that definitively stated whether Bam was over there. I know he was coming to the end of his contract, so I know that they're about to start at 8 Muratalla's card versus Cruz. But probably the prelims is probably like already on, maybe. I don't know. I wanted to catch Zay Quinn. I probably missed them. See what the little homie hitting on. But I believe the card is getting ready to start, at least the main card anyway, is getting ready to start at 8. And then, the main event is Muratalla versus Cruz. So we are definitely going to see, we are at the battle of the trainers, baby, the war of that corner. That is what mother really want to see. What's going on? Because listen, Robert Garcia, he that nigga. But I believe Bosey's a really good trainer too. So I definitely want to see what's going on. I know I did see something earlier with Bosey saying that, they were gonna make the fight between Virgil and Boots. That's wishful thinking. Neither one of them have actually the authority or the power to do so. I know they kind of just, basically telling each other that they're on the same page and they want that. But as we discussed earlier in the show, part of the news section, Oscar's down bad. We know that his,
exclusive deal with the Zone expired on the 31st. So now they are homeless. After talking about Top Rank being homeless, he himself has found himself in that same situation. So I don't know. When that fight is going to take place. I mean, it would still go on the Zone any damn way, so that really wouldn't even matter, honestly. But in my opinion, Oscar likes to have some sort of leverage in that negotiation, which was completely ridiculous to me because I don't think he had any to begin with. But over there at the Golden Boy, they're a little delirious. I mean, you see who they got on their team, Kid Austin and Ryan, all of them. They a little bit delirious over there, them boys. So the leverage part I found ridiculous anyway, but now that they themselves specifically are not based out of the Zone, and Virgil may think he has an out to get out of this contract, they're going through a little bit of something. So I'm not even sure we get that fight in 2026, if I'm being honest. So who the hell knows what's going on over there at the Golden Boy, honey? He probably somewhere packing up his little office now. I don't know what Oscar got going on, but it serves his behind right because he tried the big dog Xander talking about some Top Rank ain't got no platform. Now look who ain't got one. Anyway, I thought I'd be a little petty on my way out the door. Oh, come on now, Miss B. What? Now wait a damn minute. That's a lie because PBC is with the. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gotta stop playing with me and stop disrespecting. PBC is with Amazon Prime. I don't know why that reporter said that. I don't know why some of you people running around here saying this foolishness. But PBC is the only one, if you want to be real about it, they got a real damn platform. Top Rank over there on Tubi. At least PBC on Prime, and Zuffa over there prostituting on Paramount. So y'all better get it together. Anyway, okay. Top Rank on food stamp. Y'all are terrible. I'm getting up out of here. I ain't got no time to be playing with y'all tonight. All right, y'all. Y'all go enjoy some fights. Y'all make sure that y'all behave. It's supposed to be snowing if y'all are on the East Coast, honey. I hope y'all went and got y'all some food, honey, and go on and sat down because it's supposed to snow real, real bad. So catch y'all a fight and have a seat. Pay attention. I'm gonna do. I should be dropping my next boxing dirty secret. This weight, this 7 pounds overweight, honey, that done got mother in a tizzy. So y'all just pay attention. All right. Good night. Enjoy the fights, and I will see y'all on the next one, baby. I am out.